Namaste. Hello everyone. Welcome back to a yoga class with Hami. And today we will stretch the hamstring. This class belongs to a series that is called Full Body Flexibility, where I put together some mini yoga class that is about half an hour long so that you can practice every day and gain flexibility all over your body. To do the class today, we will use 2 yoga blocks. And let's start at the front of your mat in mountain pose. Stand with your feet parallel to each other, and my favorite way of standing here is to be feet as wide as your hips. So your feet will be right underneath your hip bones. Make sure that your toes are all pointing forward. Stand up straight. Feel your spine in a neutral position with the natural curve at your neck and lower back. Tuck your belly in, close your rib cage, and then you can put your hands in a prayer position, or one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Close your eyes. Stay here for 5 long breaths. To start bringing your awareness into your own body. Bring your attention into your own body, how it moves, how it feels. Take a long inhale and feel your whole body become longer. And a long exhale. Keep the same length of your body, but relax your face. Keep on doing these very deep, big breaths. As you inhale, feel your whole torso expanding. And as you exhale, feel yourself flattening. Your face remain calm through all the breath. Take one more breath here. Slowly open your eyes. Bring your arms next to you. And then you can prepare the 2 blocks with you. Put them right in front of you. And step a little bit behind. So from your ankle to the block will be about as long as from your own hips to your own shoulders. And then we stand up into the mountain pose again. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. Give yourself a nice stretch, like a stretch you do when you wake up in the morning. And exhale, you can bend your knees a little bit. Forward bend, hold your hands onto the block. Let go of your head. Slowly become rounded as you stand up. And then inhale, do the back bend with the stretch. As you exhale, bend your knees a little bit. Fold your whole hips so that your belly is touching your thigh. Forward bend. One more time like that, become rounded. Stack your vertebrae on top of each other until you stand up straight. And then inhale, arms over your head. And as you exhale, let's bend your knees a little bit so that your belly can reach your thighs. Forward bend. Keep your knees slightly bent so that your thighs can become really closer with your belly. We're going to do some standing cat and cow movement here. Inhale. Make your spine like in the cow pose. It's a back bend. And exhale. Forward bend, become very rounded like in the cat pose. 4 more times like that. Keep your knees bent so that your back can really be into a back bend. If you lock your knee, you may look something like this. So I highly recommend you bend your knees. And exhale, fold your whole spine. 3 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, make a back bend. Press your belly down, but lift your chest up very far away from your own legs. And exhale, all your upper body becomes so close down toward your own legs. And one last time here. And after this, you can move the blocks toward your side so that we can use them later. And slowly stand up. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. And exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. And then arms next to you. Stay here for about 3 long breaths in case you feel dizziness. Use your own slow and long breath to cool you down, calm down. And then let's slowly open your eyes. Step your right foot behind your left foot and then cross it so now your right foot is on the left side of your left foot. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. And then use your left hand to hold your right wrist and pull your whole body toward the left side. Let's stay here for a nice side stretch. Try to keep both of your legs straight and standing strong. Inhale, push your hips toward the right a bit more. And exhale, reach your whole upper body toward the left. And even if you're in this pose, every time you inhale, control your belly muscles. Tuck your belly button toward your spine. One more breath, inhale. And then exhale, reach your hand more and more and more toward the left, and then both hands down toward the floor. You can hold the blocks here. You can hold the high side of the block. I'm going to hold the low side. Inhale for halfway up. And exhale, forward bend. Do this for 2 more times. So it's just like the movement we did before. Inhale. It's like a cow pose on your spine. And exhale, fold your whole upper body down to your legs. One last time, inhale. And exhale, fold your whole belly and chest down toward your left leg. Stand only on your left leg. Lift your right leg up toward the sky. Reach it up really high for standing split. Only one breath here. Inhale, feel how your toes are reaching up toward the sky. And exhale, fold your head down toward your front leg even more. Step along, step back. Keep your blocks next to your foot. Bring the whole back foot down to the floor into a warrior one position. So your hips should be still facing the front. Your back foot will be about 20, 30, 45 degrees. So that when you stand up, your hips are still facing the front. Now you're going to find a stretch on your back calf for sure. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. And exhale, do the back bend, reaching your hands to something behind you. You can hold your hands together or just keep your arms parallel to each other. Inhale for 1 more time, become really long. And exhale, stand up straight, hold your hands at your hips, straightening your front leg. Pyramid pose, if you feel like your pose is too long, you can always step a bit closer. And inhale, arc through your spine like we're doing a cow pose. Try to keep your spine like this, unchanged as you fold from your hips. Stay where you are. And maybe you can bring your arms down and hold your own blocks. Stay here for 3 breaths. And keep your back straight, which means neutral spine. Try to create those natural curves that you have on your low back and at your neck. Feel how your spine always want to be longer, reaching your head forward. And every time you exhale, squeeze your belly up toward your own back. One more breath, inhale. And then exhale, fold your whole belly, chest and face down toward your front leg. It's fine if your front knee is bent here. Let go of your head and stay here for 3 more breaths. And here in this pose, however tight you feel, maybe you are very far away from your own leg, you can always bend your knee, make the pose easier and make sure that you can still feel the stretch happening at your hamstring. Spend the next 2 breaths in this pose, pyramid, to feel the hamstring group is really long. Connect from your sitting bone all the way behind your leg and go all the way underneath your knee. And then let's inhale, lift your chest up. Now let's turn your body toward the right side. You can still hold your left hand on the block and turn your whole body toward the side for triangle pose. Inhale, lift your whole body forward. And exhale, let's turn your whole chest toward the side. 3 breaths here. Push your hips back all the time as you reach your whole spine forward. And then 1 more breath. Then let's bring your hands down toward the blocks. Put the blocks to your side. We're going to use them later. Hands on the floor. Lift your back heel off the floor. Step your front foot back for plank pose. Take a deep inhale in plank pose. And exhale, knees down. Squeeze your arms to your side of your body. Put everything on your body on the floor. And then inhale, press your legs down to the ground. Cobra Pose. You don't have to go high, but bring your elbows down. Feel how your neck becomes really long. And move your shoulders back as your chest reaching forward. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, let's lay down toward the floor. Push the floor away from you. Raise yourself up. And then tuck your toes. Inhale, the cow pose. Lift your sitting bones up. And lift your whole hips up. Sitting bones are one end of your own hamstring group. Lift them up toward the sky all the time to lengthen the hamstring. Here you can walk your heels on and off the floor so that you have stretching the hamstring and the calf on each side respectively. And now, just like what we did before, let's step your feet slightly forward. Put your left foot at the middle line of your mat. And bring your right foot, crossing it from the front. And stay here into the down dog. You should feel a long stretch into the hamstring of your left side. Notice that your right leg is now in front of your left leg. Keep reaching your left hips up toward the sky. Push the floor away from you. One more breath only. And then you can let go of your right leg and kick it up toward the sky. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, bend your right knee. Move your right knee toward your right arm and then step your right foot toward your hand. If you are not there yet, you can always use your hand to help yourself. And then the back foot will be down toward the floor into warrior one position. You can keep the blocks nearby so that we can use them. Stand up. Make sure your hips are still facing the front and feel the stretch in the calf of your back leg. Bring your arms over your head. Inhale. And exhale, reach your hands behind you. Lift your chest up and look slightly up. Try to kick through your back foot down to the floor and find more of a calf stretch. Then slowly go back. Bring your hands down to your hips, strengthening your front leg. If you feel like this pose is too long and you feel unstable, you can always step a bit closer. Inhale, arc through your spine, and then try to maintain your spine exactly like this. Don't change anything at your spine. Fold at your hips only. This action, the hip flexion of the front leg, is going to stretch the hamstring, the calf, and even the glute. And then you can reach your hands down toward the long side of your blocks. Of course, if you can reach the lower side without changing how your back feels, you can do that. Stay for 3 breaths. Inhale. Imagine you're doing a cow pose. Your belly wants to go down, but your hips and your chest want to go up all the time. And feel the hamstring connect between your sitting bones all the way behind your leg, all the way behind your knee. And then the next 3 breaths, instead of reaching yourself very long forward, let's reach yourself very long downward. And feel how your whole upper body, belly, chest, face, reaching down toward your leg. However tight you feel, however unperfect you feel now, it doesn't matter. What matters the most is how you feel on your hamstring. If the stretch is happening, your muscle will become longer and longer, and eventually you can make a beautiful pose. But the shape doesn't mean anything, just so you know. And then inhale, lift your chest up. Keep your right hand on the right block. Turn your back foot out so that you can turn your whole body out for a triangle pose. The same here, you can still bend your front knee, it's fine. But make sure you feel the stretch on your inner thigh and hamstring. So inhale, push your hips back, and exhale, reaching yourself forward. And then let's bring your hands down toward the floor. Turn your back heel off the floor. Inhale, lifting your chest up, and exhale, bring your head down as you kick your back leg off the floor for standing split. Try to point your toes up toward the sky, really strong, as if your whole leg wants to fly up. One more breath. And then you can bring the foot down next to the other foot. Inhale for halfway up. And exhale, forward bend. Of course, here you can still bend your knees, but maybe you can straighten your knees just a little bit more than the previous time we were here. Feel it, observe it on your own body, and recognize all the tiny progress that your body makes. To get out of this, become rounded, slowly stand up until you stand up straight. If you feel dizzy, you can skip the next step. Otherwise, arms over your head. Deep inhale, so refreshing. And exhale, mountain pose, hands in front of the heart, all arms along your body. Stay here for 5 long breaths. And then let's do the other side. So put your right foot at the middle line of your mat and bring your left leg crossing it from the behind. So now your right leg is in front of your left leg. And then bring your arms over your head as you inhale. Use your right hand to hold your left wrist. Notice here that it's not a back bend, so if you are doing this, try to hold your belly short. Inhale and exhale. Use your right arm to pull your left arm toward the right side. Feel how both of your legs are being strong and very stable. Few more breaths here. Feel how you're pushing your hips to the left and bringing your arms to the right so that you feel more of a side stretch. One more breath, inhale. And then let's go all the way to your right side and we end up on the floor with your blocks. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, forward bend. 2 more times like this. Inhale. Feel how your spine moves like wave. However tight you feel, I want you to imagine you're moving so smoothly, so seamlessly. And one last time. Fold yourself. Feel how your whole body, upper body is sticking down toward your right thigh. Stand only on your right foot. Lift your left leg up toward the sky for standing split. 3 breaths here. Point your toes up as high as you can. As you inhale and exhale, bring your head closer toward the toes on the floor. You have your blocks to support you. 1 more breath here. And then let's step the whole back foot down to the floor and place it into a warrior 1 position. That means your back foot will be on the floor and about 20-30 degrees. Bend your front knee. Move the blocks to be the same level as your front foot and stand up. Now make sure your hips are facing the front in warrior 1 position. And feel the stretch in your back calf. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. And exhale, the back bend. You can hold your hands or you can just keep your arms along. 1 more breath. And then slowly stand up. Bring your hands to hold your hips, straightening your front knee. If you feel too long, you can always step closer so that you make your pose the most stable that you can. Inhale, cow pose on your spine. Keep your spine like this with the natural curve at the lower back and fold only from your hips. Hold your hands to the block. Stay here 3 breaths. And you can do hamstring stretch in this pose very effectively, even if you bend your knee. So if straightening your knee, make yourself rounded, I rather you to bend your knees and keep your back in a straight back position, which means neutral spine. After the 3 breaths here, let's forward bend. Stick your whole belly, chest and face toward your leg. 3 more breaths into this pose, the pyramid pose. A very simple pose, but so effective in stretching the hamstring. And maybe here, now you can release your hand from the blocks and give yourself a hug. Hold your own elbows. Send some love, send some care, some attention to your own hamstring. And not only your hamstring, but other muscles on your leg too. One more breath here. Stay in this loving moment for one more inhale. And as you exhale, let's bring your right hand on the right block. Turn your whole body to the left side and bring your left hand up toward the sky for triangle pose. Maybe this time you can straighten your leg a bit more, or you can lower the block. But always turn your whole hips, turn your whole chest toward the side. One more breath. And then let's bring your hands down toward the floor. Keep the blocks on your side, we're going to use them later. Lift your back heel up and step your front foot back for plank pose. Long inhale and exhale, knees down and the rest of your body on the floor. Really strong legs. Inhale, pull your elbows toward your hips for Cobra Pose. Maybe you can go a bit higher than before and stay for one breath. Inhale, feel your lungs expanding to the front. Really widen your chest. And exhale, keep the same Cobra Pose. Squeeze your belly into your spine. Slowly lay down toward the floor and slowly push your body into kind of a table pose. Inhale, raise your hips up into a cow pose, sitting bones reaching up toward the sky. That will be exactly what we do in downward facing dog. Keep your hips reaching up toward the sky very long and walk your heels on and off the floor. I don't know about you, but my hamstring to this point feels so soft that I can place my heels toward the floor quite easily. But if you can't do that today, it's fine. Just keep practicing and you will feel a big difference in your hamstring. And now let's bring your left leg in front of your right leg, crossing your leg into a hamstring stretch position. Push your hips up really high and you will feel how this pose stretch your right hamstring a lot. Push the floor away from you. If you feel too far away, you can always make your hands closer toward your feet. One more breath. Then you can unlock the pose. Kick your left leg up toward the sky, down dog split. And then step your left foot toward your left hand. The back foot will be on the floor for warrior one. You can prepare your blocks for the pyramid. Inhale, stand up, arms over your head. And exhale, reaching your hands behind you. Imagine there's something behind you that you really want to grab. One more breath. And then let's stand up, straightening your front knee, hold your hands at your hips. Inhale, arc through your spine and fold over your hips. Hip flexion, make this action very clear. It will stretch you everything behind your legs. You can reach your hand on the blocks. Maybe now you can lower the blocks already. 3 breaths in the cow pose movement on your back. Keep pressing your belly down and reaching your hips and your chest up. But your face, you can look at anything on the ground. You don't have to do this with your face because it feels really tired on the neck. And then fold the whole body toward your leg, forward bend in pyramid pose. 3 more breaths here. Relax your head completely. And relax your arms too. I know you feel tight, but try to relax. The gravity of the earth is helping you to stretch. And then before we get out of this, don't forget to give yourself a hug. Spend 1 or 2 breaths here to send love to your hamstring, calf, glute. All these muscles have you walk around the whole day. And then you can bring your left hand on the block. Turn your whole body to the right side. Bring your right hand up toward the sky. 3 breaths in triangle pose. And then let's bring your hand down to the ground. Bring your back heel off the floor. You can walk the blocks a bit forward. And bring your head down as you kick your back leg off the floor for standing split. Reaching your foot up high and fold yourself down more. Feel the hamstring stretch on the front leg. Eventually, bring the foot down parallel to the other foot. Inhale for halfway up. And exhale, forward bend. This time, you can give your whole body a big hug. You can hold your own elbows. And even here, of course, you can still bend your knees. But the important thing is that every day we lift the sitting bones up so that you feel the stretch. Relax your head. Close your eyes. And send some love, some attention, some recognition to those very important muscles on the backside of your legs. And after this, you can sit down toward the floor and you can lay down and take a rest in Savasana. But I'm going to end the class here. It has been quite a long class, but it's mainly because we hold in poses that help you stretch your hamstring. And I hope that you now know where your hamstring is and feel how tight or how your hamstring feels. And then you will take care more of your hamstring muscles and your whole body in general. Thank you very much for doing this class with me today. Don't forget to subscribe to get more classes. And keep on doing yoga. I'm very sure if you do only a few times per week, you will see very big improvement on your body. So again, this is Hami Yoga. I will see you in next class. Namaste.